The Choctaws and Chickasaws had quickly agreed to migrate. The Creeks were stubborn and had to be forced. The Cherokees were practicing a non-violent resistance. One tribe, the Seminoles, decided to fight. With Florida now belonging to the United States, Seminole territory was open to American land grabbers. They moved down into North Florida, from St. Augustine to Pensacola, down the fertile coastal strip. In 1823, the Treaty of Camp Moultrie was signed by a few Seminoles who got large personal land holdings in North Florida and agreed that all Seminoles would leave northern Florida and every coastal area and move into the interior. This meant withdrawing into the swamps of central Florida, where they could not grow food and where even wild game could not survive. The pressure to move west out of Florida mounted, and in 1834 Seminole leaders were assembled, and the U.S. Indian agent told them that they must move west. Here were some of the replies of the Seminoles at that meeting. "Your talk is a good one, but my people cannot say they will go. We are not willing to do so. If their tongue says yes, their hearts cry no, and call them liars. If suddenly we tear our hearts from the homes around which they are twined, our heartstrings will snap. We were all made by the same great Father and are all alike his children. We all came from the same mother and were suckled at the same breast. Therefore, we are brothers, and as brothers should treat each other in an amicable way." Of course, the colonists knew nothing about that. That's not how they believed. That's not how they viewed the world. And that is heartbreaking. The Indian agent managed to get 15 chiefs and sub-chiefs to sign a removal treaty. The U.S. Senate promptly ratified it, and the War Department began making preparations for the migration. Violence between whites and Seminoles now erupted. A young Seminole chief, Osceola, who had been imprisoned and chained by the Indian agent Thompson, and whose wife had been delivered into slavery, became a leader of the growing resistance. When Thompson ordered the Seminoles in December 1835 to assemble for the journey, no one came. Instead, the Seminoles began a series of guerrilla attacks on white coastal settlements all along the Florida perimeter, striking in surprise and in a succession from the interior. They murdered white families, captured slaves, destroyed property. Osceola himself, in a lightning stroke, shot down Thompson and an army lieutenant. General George Washington had once given parting advice to one of his officers, General St. Clair, in 3 words: "Beware of surprise." Again and again, "General, beware of surprise."